Welcome back to Deep Thoughts from the 4Runner. My name is Ian Carter. I own Holistic Sales Training. I'm going to talk to you a little bit today about consistency and about how luck is when preparation meets opportunity. One of the biggest problems that sales reps have is the ability to do the things they need to do when they need to do them, whether or not they want to do them. And these could be things like simple follow-ups. They could be things like phone calls that you need to make to set up appointments. It could be emails or using your CRM and a whole host of other things. And you know, sales reps often have a big problem with discipline, and so they lack the internal discipline to do all of these activities that are required to make you consistently successful. And so today was a big activity day for me for Arizona Ice and Water. I did a lot of different things, all of which were managed through my CRM, and that's something we'll talk about at some point a little bit further in depth. But whether it was an email or a phone call or whether it was trying to make contact with a new customer, I spent several hours, and we had to take a little dart break in the middle to play a little bit of darts just to kind of break up the monotony. But I spent several hours working on this, and lo and behold, because of the fact that I was so focused on these activities, I sold something. I have something else I'm going to sell tomorrow. I set up a couple of current customer visits to either expand upon their accounts or renew them under the account management piece that I'm doing. And I just generally got all of my different opportunities updated in my CRM. And so basically I'm preparing to go out of town. And in order to be able to take a vacation when you're in sales, you have to have your stuff, all your ducks in a row. And I really wanted to make sure these ducks were in a row. And honestly, a couple of the things that are happening, one of them is something I'd basically given up on, but given up on, metaphorically versus actually, because I'm still doing the follow-up activities, even though I didn't really think it was going to happen. But because luck is when preparation meets opportunity, lo and behold, that person reached out to me. They were ready to move forward, and tomorrow we'll be doing that. And so this is all to say that you have to have the discipline. You have to be willing to do the things. You have to be willing to make the calls. You have to be willing to knock on the doors, to go to the appointments, to set the appointments in the first place. If you're not willing to do those things diligently, then you're going to have to look at yourself in the mirror, and you're going to have to ask yourself what role you're playing in the inability for you to close business, because business is closed based on hard work, and for those that are actually actively pursuing these opportunities, it's not given to you. If sales was easy, then everybody would do it, because that's why we make so much money.